Every Sunday night when I was a kid, my family would go to Celia's Mexican restaurant, a family-owned chain in the Bay Area. I loved that place. We were a big group, 10 people total, so they had to push 3 tables together to make a big, long table right in the middle of the dining room. As soon as we sat down, the chips and salsa arrived. The chips were warm, perfectly salted, and thin, my favorite. When it came time to order, I got the same thing every time: 2 chicken enchiladas and a virgin strawberry daiquiri. Something about it was magical. Today, that meal from Celia's would cost about $25. What do you think? Is that worth it? What is a restaurant meal worth? I've spent much of my career thinking about this question. About 15 years after my formative experiences at places like Celia's, I quit my consulting job to go into the restaurant industry full-time. I started on the finance team of a restaurant group, and before I started, one of my friends said to me, "Once you see behind the curtain, restaurants will lose their magic." But I brushed it off. My first day on the job, I got there at 8 a.m. In consulting, people would just be pouring their first cups of coffee at 8 a.m. But when I got to the restaurant, the whole place was buzzing. Several people on the team had been there since 4 a.m. People were accepting deliveries, wiping tables, reviewing reservations, folding napkins, chopping, blending, you name it. My first meeting with the chef happened while he was breaking down a whole fish. The whole place was alive, and everyone who worked in it was doing everything they could to make sure that the people who walked through the door that night would be happy. And they'd be on their feet for hours, many of them staying late into the night. And then they would do it again, the next day, and the next, and the next. And even though the restaurant was full every night, the team was not paid enough, the work was hard and thankless, and there was no profit to speak of. I was indeed struggling to hold on to the magic. A few months later, I went to dinner at a local Italian restaurant with some friends. We had an amazing time. We drank wine, we talked for hours, and at the end of the meal, one of my friends said to me, "Well, that was great, but $15 for pesto gnocchi? I could have made that at home for $5. What? People in the group were nodding, but I was genuinely confused. Make that at home? Have you ever tried to make gnocchi from scratch? And what about pesto? I mean, a perfectly seasoned pesto is no easy feat. I literally still think about a pesto I had in Italy 10 years ago. But my friend's comment upset me for a deeper reason. She was missing the point. My friend was expressing what a lot of people believe. Restaurants are valuable primarily because they sell food. But this is why so many restaurants are struggling. Delicious food is only one part of a restaurant experience. And by equating the price we pay simply with food, we underestimate the true value of restaurants. So I'll ask again, what is a restaurant meal worth? The true value of a restaurant meal is hospitality. And to really understand this, we all have to look behind the curtain. After years in the industry, I can tell you, seeing behind the curtain does not ruin the magic. In fact, understanding restaurants more deeply makes them so much more magical. And I am not saying that everything behind the curtain is pretty. It is not. But at their core, restaurants are about people caring for other people. In Latin, hospes means both guest and stranger. Hospitality is turning a stranger into a guest. And it's not necessarily flawless service. Often it's the little things. A warm smile when you walk in the door, a water glass that's never empty for too long, a clean plate for your next course. The magic of a restaurant is how it makes you feel. And as I thought of this, I was transported back to Celia's, again sitting at that big long table right in the middle of the dining room. But now I saw it with new eyes. That table didn't just fit 10 people. It made me feel important. They literally rearranged the dining room for us. That virgin strawberry daiquiri was not just delicious. It made me feel fancy. And those chips were not just warm and perfectly salted. They were placed right in the middle of the table. So everyone in my family had to lean in to grab one, bringing us all a bit closer to one another. And perhaps most importantly of all, this was not just a Sunday night dinner. It was respite from the world for a bit. Sitting there, eating and laughing with people I loved meant that I didn't have to think about the looming day of middle school that lay ahead. My parents didn't have to think about grocery shopping or dishes. My grandpa got a couple of hours of uninterrupted time with his grandkids. What is a restaurant meal worth? Respite from the world, connection to those we love. To me, that's worth a whole lot. And restaurants have had a rough go of it. COVID threatened the very core of the industry. And now, family-owned sit-down restaurants like Celia's are forced to compete with the subsidized growth of ghost kitchens, delivery, and coming soon, robots. If we want these places to survive, we have to start seeing them differently. So next time you go to a restaurant, look around. Think about how all of the little things make you feel. Notice how the restaurant, and most importantly, the people who work in it, facilitate connection. How you're more connected to what you're eating, to who you're with, and to the community around you. Once you peek behind the curtain, you'll see that hospitality makes you feel valued. And hopefully, you'll return the favor. Thank you.